Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the series where I will be explaining Ibn al-Qayyim's book, Ad-Da' wa Dawa, The Sickness and the Cure. This book has immense benefit in it, and actually it's very relevant to all of our lives. One question many people have is how can I stop doing haram? I understand that something is haram, but I still can't stop myself. So Ibn al-Qayyim actually answers this question in the book. Sometimes you go to an imam and you have a question, and you may say, hey, I'm addicted to alcohol, or I'm addicted to watching something that's haram, or something along these lines. And oftentimes the question, or the answer is lacking. They don't give you an answer that you're really looking for. How can I really stop this? How can I break free from this? Sometimes the answer is not sufficient. So that's why Ibn al-Qayyim actually names this book, another name of this book is The Sufficient Answer. He claims to have given a sufficient answer about how to break free from this. What he's essentially trying to do in this book is trying to show us the many harms that come out of sin. Sins, he argues, have emotional impacts. It impacts your emotions, your mood. Sins, they impact your psychology, how you view the world, how you view yourself. Sins impact your family relations. He says, when you commit a sin, you may end up getting in a fight that day with a family member. It impacts your rizq, it impacts your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and so much more. Sometimes, for example, you eat chocolate, and you may not know the harms that this has or candy has on your teeth. But when a dentist sees what you are eating, chewing gum or chewing candy, they tend to cringe because they know the details. They know how much this is harming you. So Ibn al-Qayyim is trying to kind of help us. He's giving us a lifeline about how to break free from these sins. So I will, in this series, go over some benefits from this book. Today I'll focus only on one, which is the importance of seeking help. This man who was overcome with desire came to Ibn al-Qayyim and he told him, I am overwhelmed, I need help, I understand it's haram, but I can't stop. So this man was in the circle of Ibn al-Qayyim. He understood, he was around good people essentially, which also teaches us the importance, if you want to break free, the importance of being around good people and seeking help from the right person. Ibn al-Qayyim also responded to him in a way that is very loving and merciful. He wrote a book in response. He could have just told him, just go and, stop doing haram or fear Allah or something like that. But out of love for him, he gave him this entire lengthy response, which shows that when someone does seek help, the person must have immense compassion and do their best to help them. And then also the person should do their best to be around righteous people. And being around righteous people is one way to break out of sin. Now, when someone does commit a sin, they do something haram, the last thing they want to do is go to the masjid and hang around with the people who are praying and reading Quran, because they feel like they don't fit in. However, Ibn al-Qayyim, he calls this book The Sickness and the Cure. Sometimes the treatment, the medicine, is not something you enjoy. The medicine is hard to swallow. So you must force yourself to be in the company of these people, especially in the beginning, because you will feel like you don't fit in, that you're a hypocrite, you don't belong. But with time, these people will push you in the right direction. So the importance of seeking help, but also seeking help from the right person. The man who killed 99 people, this man killed one person. And I imagine when he killed the first person, he felt immense guilt and remorse. And he probably went home and he cried and he promised God, I will never do that again. I feel dirty. I feel disgusting. But then maybe something happened that led him to kill a second person. Maybe there was a witness. Maybe that second person found out, or maybe they were going to go tell on him. So he killed a second. And then maybe that second time he also felt guilty, but there was maybe some pleasure in it. But he went home and he made tawbah. And he does this a third and a fourth and a fifth until he reaches 99. I imagine that after each time he tried to stop by himself, which shows us that sometimes to break out of a bad habit, you can't do it alone. You need to seek help. There's nothing wrong, actually, Islamically, to seek help from a professional, from someone who can actually help you. This is not considered to be exposing yourself, because you are speaking to someone who is qualified. Finding that qualified person is important, because the man who killed 99 people, he had this remorse and he went and he asked the wrong person first. He asked a worshiper, and the worshiper was a good man. He's a worshiper. Maybe he's, reading Quran a lot, or he's, praying so much, or he's giving so much charity. And he sees him and he thinks, this is the guy that's going to help me. So when he asks him, the worshiper, instead of becoming a compassionate person like Ibn al-Qayyim was, he becomes a judge and he says, no, you are going to hell. There's no hope for you. So then the man, he has to kill the worshiper now because otherwise he will be exposed. So now he's killed 100 people. Finally, he asks the correct person. He still figures out that I can't do this by myself. I need help. So he goes and he asks the right person, a scholar. And the scholar embraces him and he compassionately tells him, of course, there is hope. There is always hope, even if you've killed 100 people. Now, I want to pause here. You're watching this. You are likely not to have killed 100 people. Even if you have, there is hope for you. This man, this scholar, he tells this man there is hope, but you must do certain things. You must leave your environment. You must change your the people you're around. You must go and be around better people. He gives him some treatment. So this is the first benefit I guess we can take from this book is the question itself and seeking help. One of the first steps, actually, of the 12-step program for people who are addicted to alcohol is to acknowledge that I cannot do it by myself. I am unable to resist this by myself. So, inshallah, if you follow along, I will be going through several parts of this book and extracting some of the gems and lessons that will help us break through our own bad habits, our own addictions, our own sins, and extracting the benefits from this book of Ibn al-Qayyim, Ad-Da' wad-Dawa. I encourage you all to get your hands on a copy of this book and read it with contemplation.